Something that I find to be very interesting is when I look back at all of my successes and the things that I am most proud of, not only am I remembering how good it feels to have earned something or whatever, more than anything, I'm thinking about the challenging components of what it took to get to that point. So in a way, I'm actually very proud of my failures. Hi everyone, it's me Isis, and I'll say it, I'm a failure. I said the big scary thing. I am a failure. Oh my gosh. And no, I'm not trying to put myself down. I'm not trying to speak negative affirmations into the air. I'm just stating the facts. I am a human being who has made plenty of mistakes. We are all failures in our own way, big or small. There has been something at some point in our life that we have just completely butchered and fell flat on our face doing in the process. I have failed when it comes to things like school and tests and homework and job opportunities, friendships, relationships. I have failed in so many different ways. But also I don't want you to get it twisted. Like, I'm not proud to have been a bad person in certain situations. Yeah, I'm so happy to have failed because I'm a really awful person who really likes stirring up the pot. No! Use your noggin for a second. Of course I'm not gonna sit here and do that. I'm just really thankful that I've reached a point in my life where I'm able to look at my own misfortunes and view them as a good thing, or at least turn them into a positive thing. When you're going through a hard time, obviously it feels awful and there's no way of really going about that. You're literally unable to comprehend the idea of what is to come. That feeling becomes your entire life. Even though I think that I'm in a good place when it comes to dealing with my negative emotions now, anyway, and understanding that I can't be perfect at everything, failing is still one of my biggest fears, and I think it is a big fear for everybody. Nobody wants to be a disappointment, and we all have such high expectations for ourselves. I've made great progress with this mindset, I really have, but I don't think I will ever fully get over this, and this is something that I'm going to have to work on for the rest of my life, and that is okay. But I don't know, I just like being open and honest about these types of things, so let's talk about it. As far as I can remember, I've always been very type A and had extreme expectations for myself, and this absolutely goes for a work and like school setting, but it also goes with like my relationships with other people, making sure that I am the best daughter or the best friend that I can possibly be. And yeah, I have messed up in both categories tremendously. Biggest part of failure, that is perhaps the best quality of it. When you get through the failure and you make it to the other side, you're able to learn such a valuable lesson. Whatever it is too, the possibilities are endless. You have to do everything you can to just visualize, like, this moment will pass, I will get through this test or this job opportunity. If it is not meant for me, I'm not going to get it, and eventually I will just settle on my path. Let's flash back like 2.5 years when I'm on my gap year. I had this plan for how my gap year was gonna go. I had all these things that I wanted to do, all these colleges that I was like, this is the school for me, I'll do that. And none of that happened. If I were to go back and tell the beginning of my gap year self everything that had happened in my life, I think she would faint. Prior to my gap year, yes, I was very much so the type of person that I took all of my misfortunes and failures to heart, and it made me give up on things.
A boy rejected me, therefore boys don't like me overall, and I'm going to give up on dating. I auditioned for this part in the show. I didn't get the role, therefore I am a bad actor and I should give up on my hopes and dreams.
That is the type of girl that I was as a teenager. But I graduated high school, my gap year begins. For years and years and years had planned on, with my gap year, I'm gonna go to community college and I'm going to instantly apply for the Disney College program, and there's no way that they won't hire me, and I'll take off to Walt Disney World and I'll work as a character performer, and then when I'm done, I will go to college. So guess who didn't get in to the Disney College program? I didn't get in. Granted, I did apply during COVID and they were hiring back people who had been let go. But at the time when I got that rejection, oh my god, I cried for like 2 days. I was devastated and I was humiliated because everyone knew, like, oh yeah, Isis is gonna do the Disney College program. They posted on my high school's like senior page, like, next year Isis Evelson is going to do the Disney College program. Guess who can't go because she didn't get in? Me. I'm going to spend the entire year in my hometown. And I was already enrolled at the community college, which at that point I felt like was pointless. And then when it came to applying to schools, you know, I was like, oh, this school sounds really nice. I could see myself there. And then you start seeing these wonderful things called rejection letters. You should have been in more extracurriculars. Your SATs weren't good enough. What do you mean you can't do a backflip? All these various things that colleges look for, you know, for whatever reason, I didn't fit with people. I was freaking out. I am a walking failure. This is the end of my life. What have I done? I should have never done this plan because clearly it's not working. But that's funny. I'm pretty sure that I'm sitting in a college dorm room right now and ow, I'm alive. I lived through it. If I had not gone through the turmoil, we're not even gonna touch my personal life. Oof, God, that's a whole other layer, right? I would not be the person I was today, nor would I have been so motivated when I finally committed to a college and came here. I was so excited to go to school and change my life and do all these different things that I had been waiting for. The anticipation was killing me in the best way possible. Thinking back, if I had done the Disney college program, my life would have been so vastly different, and I don't necessarily know if that's even what I would want anymore. I'm so grateful for that bad time in my life, because if it didn't happen, I don't think I would have the same motivation, goals, personality that I do now. It was vital. Failing so much that fall changed my life for the better. Another thing in terms of failure, if you did not know, I'm an actor. I've been acting since I was 8 years old. It's kind of hard for me to talk about it on YouTube just because, like, oftentimes I legally can't discuss what I'm doing. When I'm not making YouTube videos, I am constantly auditioning for stuff. You hear back from very little of the stuff that you put yourself out there for. When I was a kid, going out for things and then, you know, not getting the part, not getting the opportunities, or even sometimes not getting the role that you wanted, boom, rock in the chest. You feel awful about yourself. But at a certain point, you submit to so much stuff that it's like, okay, yeah, if I don't get it, I don't get it, you know? I just have to submit to things, and what is meant for me will come to me. And on the note of acting, welcome to my self-tape wall, where I have mastered the art of rejection. But something that I actually did not get rejected from was my audition for this movie called The Exploding Boy. Now, if you've been around for a while, you'll remember I vlogged me going to the premiere of this. It has had a very successful festival run, and I'm very excited to announce that it is out now streaming. You can watch it on Amazon Prime, Vimeo, and more. The movie itself is a coming-of-age rom-com of sorts, and I play Tatiana, who is a rocker chick who has a tendency of getting into trouble, so you're not gonna want to miss this. All the links to check this out are in the description below, and now back to the video. Take the risk, shoot your shot, go for it. Even if you fail, at least you did something, and you never know. The worst thing that can happen is no. And of course, I have to say this because I know one person out there is gonna be like, you're being so insensitive. There are people that are actually having these huge failures in their life, and I understand that. Again, failure is not easy. Nobody wants to be struggling. I understand that it is so much easier said than done to be like, well, everything happens for a reason. That phrase can be extremely toxic. Just because that's how I like to live my life, I'm not going to preach that for anyone else. I just know that for sure at some point, probably very soon within this coming week, I'm going to fail, and then I'm going to fail again, and then I'm going to fail again, and then I'm probably going to fail again. And is that intimidating? Sure, but even though I'm a failure, that does not mean that I am a quitter. I have every intent to work as hard as I can to achieve my goals and aspirations, and I know that really the only way to do that is to make a lot of mistakes in the process and to learn those lessons. Not only is there a chance to learn something new every single day, but every day is an opportunity for you to work on your goals and to make things happen. That's what I wanted to discuss. That's just something I've been thinking about lately. I'm not even in a negative spot right now. There's been a lot of good things happening, but I'm appreciating them so much more because of the negativity that I have experienced in the past. Freshman year to sophomore year, I look at this, I have come so far, I feel so much better, so much more settled in, so much more confident, so much more a million different other positive things. I genuinely hope that this video resonated with you. If any of you are struggling right now, I promise you I'm sending you good vibes. If you want to see more videos that I make in the future, you're more than welcome to subscribe, or you can stalk my YouTube channel because there's years of content on there. Made plenty of mistakes in my uploads, so have fun. And also, you can like this video if you enjoyed it and dislike it if you absolutely hated it. That's all from me. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a magical day.